After the attack, the would-be killers crashed their getaway vehicle. While 2 were arrested, a third man walked away calmly. He is wanted by the police. Police recovered a gun and cell phone in the crashed car. Commenting on the attack, President of the Prison Officers Association, Jared Gordon, called on the government to act.
We are appealing to our new minister that we are prepared to work along with him and the government to address these issues, and we verily believe that if there is any time in our history where we could achieve the changes that are necessary to secure prison officers and their families, we believe it is under this current administration.
Acting Prison Commissioner Carlos Carraspi is insisting his officers will not be daunted by the attack and will remain resolute in their duties. Carraspi says the prison service is working closely with the police and other arms of law enforcement to ensure a swift and thorough investigation into what he calls a heinous act of violence. He adds the attempted murder constitutes a direct attack on the criminal justice system with the intent of bringing fear to the prison system.
Over the last couple of decades, Trinidad and Tobago has had the distinction, one that we should try to move away from, of the most prison officer killings in the entire Commonwealth.
Gordon says prison officers are under attack not only from criminals, but by the silence, inaction, and the delay of those elected to protect and lead. Calls and messages to Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander went unanswered up to news time. Jensen Lavende, CNC3 News.
Thanks, Jensen. In 2023, Deputy Commissioner of Prisons Sherwin Bruce was ambushed outside his Santa Cruz home. He escaped unharmed, and the 22-year-old was later charged with 6 offenses related to the attack. 2 years earlier, in 2021, prison officer Trevor Surratt was gunned down at his fruit stall in Valencia. Just days later, prison officer Nigel Jones was shot dead in Siparia. On the eve of the PNM's internal elections, tensions remain high as members of the People's Champion slate raise concerns about the voting process. Farai Masaisai, contesting the post of party chairman, is also downplaying the recent endorsement of Penelope Beckles' one-team slate by outgoing Vice Chairman Colm Imbert. Jesse Ramdio tells us more.
With over 100,000 PNM members eligible to vote in the party's internal election on Sunday, there is mounting concern as members of the People's Champions slate have formally flagged issues relating to the integrity of the one-man, one-vote process.
And the point that I was raising is that we have a wide range of persons representing themselves in this election. Not everybody is familiar with the process. So it cannot be said that it's an unwritten, it's known. What is that? What does that mean?
On Saturday, the slate, led by chairman candidate Farai Masaisai, called for urgent clarification on key procedural issues. He confirmed that his membership was prepared to challenge the outcome of the election if there were irregularities. Masaisai's slate will battle against Team 1 PNM, headed by party leader Penelope Beckles, as well as several independent candidates. Adding to the election's rising tensions were personal attacks and online smear campaigns circulating within PNM circles. Chairman of the Women's League, Camille Robinson-Regis, recently took to Facebook to condemn the actions. Masaisai also distanced himself and his members from the attacks that were also leveled against former party leader Dr. Keith Rowley.
So we are not about mudslinging. It's unfortunate that some persons see it as part of the politics. But in this generation, and I speak to the millennials, because I know we have Gen Z under us, I can only speak to my generation. We want to see a different brand of politics.
He also pushed back against the Trincity Maloney MP's claim that, quote, always one family, end quote, alleging that his members were left out of critical party-related talks.
We asked the one team to know that there's truly one PNM. So this sort of divisiveness is not beneficial. It's not beneficial to anyone.
Masaisai also responded to recent political endorsements, notably that of former Vice Chairman Com Imbert, who has thrown his support behind the Beckles-led 1 PNM slate. While he acknowledged Beckles as a respected leader who he will support, Masaisai dismissed the weight of Imbert's endorsement. Jesse Ramdale, CNC3 News.
Well, General Secretary candidate Foster Cummings has dismissed criticisms from within the PNM's ranks while calling for unity ahead of the vote. Cummings is contesting the post under Team 1 PNM led by Penelope Beckles. Now, in recent weeks, a faction known as the PNM Changemakers raised questions about the integrity of the membership list. The group also raised concerns about transparency in the lead-up to the election. However, Cummings insists the process is above board.
The process is no different from what we have employed in previous internal elections. As a matter of fact, this committee is the same committee that was appointed to supervise the elections for the convention that was postponed in November of last year. And therefore, I have no difficulty with anything that so far with the committee's work.
He assured that after the election, the membership will regroup and move forward. Now, with the PNM's internal election just hours away, political analyst Dr. Mukesh Basdeo is warning that party leader Penelope Beckles could face major internal challenges, especially if a 1 PNM slate fails to sweep the executive posts. Speaking with CNC3 News, Dr. Basdeo says Beckles' leadership could be undermined by a fragmented executive if rival slates or independent candidates win key positions.
By supporting a slate, she is of the political opinion that if that slate wins, it allows a sort of an easy management of the internal affairs of the party and the transition of the party going into, let's say, 2030. I use 2030 as the next due date for the election. A split executive may create a somewhat a sort of a difficulty, because then there will be persons with different political opinions as to the direction of the party.
Dr. Basdeo says a mix of executive members from different slates or a strong showing by independent candidates could shift the internal dynamics of the PNM significantly. So tonight, on The People's Say, we asked, can the PNM heal its internal rift after the election?
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPI.
No, because it would have no unity any party.
Yes, I think so. Well, because I think, they will come to a better understanding, seeing that the head isn't there anymore, the past Prime Minister. So I feel they would come together with understanding.
No, I don't think so, because it has been going on for a very long time. It was kept under hidden secret, you understand? The public doesn't know the rift between the PNM and their members.
The PNM was already healed. Whatever happens between them with in this situation here, it wouldn't change the PNM. They will stand as one.
No, they have too much contention with them.
I believe so. They are adults, and I believe that they could come together and discuss it. Communication is key, so yes, I believe that they could heal from what they are presently going through.
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPI.
But when we come back, a government senator was involved in a car accident. He's doing fine. We'll have the details after this.
Manage inflammation with Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, powerful, natural anti-inflammatory supplement that has helped millions find relief from their pain, just like world-renowned cricketer Dwayne Bravo.
Don't wait until it's too late. Take care of yourself, take care of your health with Omega XL. Omega XL helps us to work hard, play hard. This is your champion, DJ Bravo, and I approve this message.
Live healthy, stay strong with Omega XL. Visit your local pharmacy or health food store today.
Recession have you down? Don't lose hope. Head on down to Tire Clinic for the recession deals. That should big savings with our road hazard warranty on Dunlop, Sumitomo, and Falcon tires. Available at Tire Clinic, Cuba, Chaguanas, and Pleasance Park. Tire Clinic, a tire for every need. Call 636-8973 or 636-2958.
Southern Food Basket. Quality food to fill your basket. Get it all at Southern Food Basket. Fresh goods on every aisle with best prices. For the best mix and market, high quality, yes. It's affordable, spacious, and customer friendly. From the farm to the cart to your plate, Southern Food Basket, good food at great prices. Come on home, everybody, don't you wait. Southern Food Basket's the best marketplace for you. Southern Food Basket. Quality food to fill your basket. Southern Food Basket. Quality food to fill your basket.
With the cold and flu lurking around every corner, keeping your immune system strong allows you to live the life that you want every day. Discover BioStrath Immune Health. BioStrath Immune Health is a unique plasmalized yeast product that enhances the absorption of essential micronutrients, ensuring that your body stays resilient. And now enriched with zinc, it is your go-to support for immunity. Staying vibrant and healthy just became a whole lot easier. BioStrath Immune Health. Get what you need naturally.
Dress like you mean business. At The Working Woman, we bring you stylish, professional looks made for the modern woman. From casual to formal workwear, we've got your professional wardrobe covered.
Asafa Powell, the Jamaican sprinting icon who shattered the 100-meter world record and redefined the limits of human speed, reveals the relentless drive that fuels his journey.
Omega XL, this good for your giants then.
Try Omega XL, it works.
Welcome back. Minister in the Housing Ministry, Anil Roberts, says he's grateful to be alive after surviving an early morning crash involving multiple vehicles. In a 4.5-minute video posted online, the government senator blamed the crash on the driver of a white BMW, who he says cut off another vehicle, triggering a 4-car pileup. Roberts says he suffered a bruise to the head and some back pain, but he, along with the others involved, escaped serious injury. He recalls bracing for a second impact, trapped inside his car, as another vehicle came barreling toward him along the Beetham Highway.
All I could do, thankfully, I had on my seatbelt. I could brace, and I didn't know where this car, that was the frightening thing. I didn't know when it hit, what would happen, whether it will come through the top, through the bottom. I just braced for impact, and the impact was really an impact. Even though I had on my seatbelt, I bounced my head here somewhere, it all bruised up here. All you can see with the bald head, back hurting now.
Roberts sarcastically wished the driver that caused the accident well. He adds that the second car that slammed into him was written off. The former swim coach was on his way to watch the national swim team practice at the time of the accident. Officers of the Besson Street Police Station are investigating the matter. President of the National Trade Union Center, Michael Anisette, has expressed concern about the lack of diversity and labor representation on state boards. He first raised the issue on Labor Day, prompting a response from Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar. But speaking to CNC3 News on Friday, Anisette said the exclusion of labor and the absence of ethnic and class diversity had caused concerns among trade unionists. He says labor must have an input where the majority recognized unions exist. He also says labor must not be an afterthought, as it was the labor movement that helped put the UNC in office. He therefore warned Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar not to repeat the PNM's mistakes, advising that diversity on state boards augurs well for national unity.
I criticize the PNM, and I will criticize UNC in that context. It may sound rash, but that is my personal view. I like to speak truth to power. And I personally, am the National Trade Union Center, I could speak for the National Trade Union Center, would have liked to see a more balance in terms of because it was sending the wrong message that like boards were only for a particular ethnicity.
Prasad Bisasa responded to Aniset's calls from the Labour Day platform, promising that Labour will be included in the selection of other state boards. However, she has yet to address his criticism regarding the lack of ethnic and class diversity among the boards appointed so far. This administration has appointed members to the boards of several state agencies, including Palo Seco Agricultural Enterprises, the Water and Sewerage Authority, TSTT, the Estate Management and Business Development Company, and NGC. Shifting gears now, Agriculture Minister Ravi Ratiram says he has launched an investigation into the Youth in Agriculture Homestead program, raising serious questions about its implementation under the former PNM administration. Speaking at a seedling distribution event in San Fernando, Ratiram says the PNM had promised to provide 1,000 young farmers with 2-acre plots, $20,000 grants and starter homes, but there is no evidence that any of these promises were kept. Ratiram says he has requested a full brief from the Ministry of Youth Development to determine how funds were spent and what, if anything, was delivered. He claims hundreds of youths were misled into joining a program that only existed on paper and that the PNM used the initiative for political gain. He questioned where the promised starter homes were, how many plots were surveyed, and what support was given to the participants.
We are looking for the data, we are looking for the information, we are looking for the starter homes. We're not seeing any starter homes. So if, any of you all can help in identifying where these starter homes are, because I believe it would have had about 560 cohorts in the system from the different batches and so forth. We're looking to see, where these things are.
Phase 1 of the Agricultural Homestead program was launched at Beach Camp Palo Seco in February 2024. However, by September 2024, when Guardian Media visited the site, there was still no actual construction visible and soldiers were stationed at the site. Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowlath says he will reintroduce agricultural programs in 800 schools to generate interest among youths.
All school gardens in the over 800 schools, and we are looking closely at the agriculture science curriculum to bring that congruence with what is happening in the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries.
When contacted, former Youth Development Minister Foster Cummings said he will issue a statement on Monday outlining the facts about the future of the hundreds of young people trained as farmers. He adds that he is awaiting confirmation on the continuation of the program. Still to come in sport, Soca Warriors prepare for do-or-die decider against Saudi Arabia.
Konnichiwa, Watashi wa the mighty K. So I just want to sing a little example for you, what me and mommy make up. So start the music, DJ. I did take my supplements, yes I do. Oh my God, I'm really working for you. This help my body feel just right so I can focus and eat. Day and in the night, big dreams need a healthy start. So I take care of my body in every part. Hey.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Inside every cell is a metabolic engine, AMPK. Berberine Plus helps ignite that engine, turning sugar into energy and fat into fuel. Whether you're managing sugar or trimming fat, Berberine Plus supports your goals naturally. Berberine Plus, now available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
Visit Tire Clinic Marketing, New Truck and OTR Tire Service Center at number 30 and 32 Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas. Call today at 665-8973 or 672-3419. Alignment services available. Tire Clinic Marketing, Truck and OTR Service Center. A tire for every need.
Manage inflammation with Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, powerful, natural anti-inflammatory supplement that has helped millions find relief from their pain, just like world-renowned cricketer Dwayne Bravo.
Don't wait until it's too late. Take care of yourself, take care of your health with Omega XL. Omega XL helps us to work hard, play hard. This is your champion, DJ Bravo, and I approve this message.
Live healthy, stay strong with Omega XL. Visit your local pharmacy or health food store today.
Welcome back. Peddling off tonight's sportcast, Nicholas Paul added another gold medal to his cabinet on the opening day of the UCI-sanctioned Class 1 Carnival of Speed event, which took place at the National Cycling Centre yesterday. Rajiv Surat Singh has more.
Nicholas Paul's fine form continued yesterday after he won the match sprint event on Thursday ahead of Marcus Hiley of Great Britain as the country celebrated Labor Day. Paul returned to the track yesterday with similar conviction as he claimed his second gold medal in 2 days, finishing in front of Lucas Oscar Villar, representing the La Costa Cycling Club in Argentina. James Hedgecock of Canada, the winner of the Keirin at the previous Speed Paradise event, hosted at the same venue, secured the third place position, while Colombia's Nicolas Andreas Oliveira Madrid was fourth. Also impressing, TNT's Kafele Desormo of Team DPS walked away with the gold medal in the junior men's Keirin by holding off Judah Neverson of the JLD Cycling Academy. Javon Ramroop of the Evolution Cycling Academy was third. Rajiv Surat Singh, CNC3 Sport.
TNT's former Olympic javelin champion Kishon Walcott competed at the Wanda Diamond League yesterday, showing flashes of form but ultimately finished. To football, the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup continues this Sunday as the TNT Soca Warriors take center stage in a crucial Group D matchup against Saudi Arabia at Allegiant Stadium in Paradise, Nevada. The Warriors, who are hunting for their first victory of the tournament, will look to build on their spirited 1-1 draw against Haiti in the opening round. Head coach Dwight York believes there's everything to play for in this final group encounter.
As you said, if anyone said to us that we have an outside chance when this group was first obviously drawn, going into the last game, everyone said that we were going to have a chance to get to the quarterfinal stage. I think that's so much of a plus and everything to play for.
Trinidad and Tobago continue to make their presence felt at the ongoing Caribbean Regional Table Tennis Championships in Barbados as Yuvraj Dukram, Darren Douglas and Aaron Wilson have all advanced to the men's singles round of 32. Despite facing tough opposition in the group stages, all three secured 1-1 records in their respective groups to progress to the knockout rounds, demonstrating their resilience. In the round of 32 matchups, Dukram will go head-to-head with Puerto Rico's Oscar Birial, while Douglas is set to clash with Barbados's Kevin Farley. Wilson, one of TNT's most seasoned players, will face a challenging encounter against Cuba's Diomar Aguirre. It's time now for another break. Stay where you are.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa the mighty K. So I just want to sing a little example for you, what me and mommy make up. So start the music, DJ. I did take my supplements, yes I do. Oh my God, it's really working for you. This help my body feel just right so I can focus and eat. Day and in the night, their dreams need a healthy start. So I'm taking care of my body in every part. Hey.
Disasters can happen at any time, and seconds can be the difference between life and death. To alert citizens in times of national emergencies, a public alert notification system, PANS, is being implemented in Trinidad and Tobago. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Management, ODPM, aims to reduce the impact of unprecedented public and national disruptions. When you sign up for this public alert notification system, you can receive information anyplace, anytime about potential hazards, crises, emergencies, or disasters. To join the ODPM in helping us to save lives and reduce property damage, go to www.odpm.gov.tt/PANS and sign up so that you and your loved ones can receive national emergency alerts. Alerting you, alerting TNT. PANS, stay safe, sign up.
Welcome back to Regional News. Jamaica is now experiencing 14 consecutive weeks of reduced violence, with weekly murder counts remaining below 15, the longest stretch in 25 years. According to Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, the current April to June 2025 figures projected the lowest number of murders since the Jamaica Constabulary Force began collecting structured data 25 years ago. Speaking during the opening ceremony for the JCF Expo earlier this week, Chang said persons 34 years old and younger are now living in a Jamaica that is safer than at any other time in their lifetime. There has been a 75% reduction in crime, and there was only one homicide during the month of May in the entire St. James Division. After Israel and Iran exchanged attacks overnight, thousands of Iranians protested in Tehran and other cities against Israel and the United States. They chanted anti-Western slogans and burned U.S. and Israeli flags, while others carried images of Iranian commanders killed since the start of the conflict. This while European diplomats held talks with Iran in Geneva on Friday, hoping to get Tehran back to the negotiating table with the U.S. However, Israel's foreign minister remains skeptical about those talks. Meanwhile, missiles were seen in the skies above Jerusalem earlier on Saturday. Israel's military said it identified missiles launched from Iran and that defense systems are working to intercept them. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. The Met Office says a gradual increase in cloudiness and showers is expected as the day progresses, especially over Tobago. There is also a medium 60% chance of isolated thunderstorm activity. Street flooding and gusty winds are likely in the event of heavy downpours. Tomorrow's maximum forecast temperature in Trinidad and Tobago is 31 degrees Celsius. Seas are moderate, with waves reaching from 2 meters to 2.5 in open waters and from 1 meter to 1.5, and occasionally choppy in sheltered areas. All right, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for staying with us for the 7 p.m. news here on CNC3. I'm Doris Polo, as always. On behalf of the rest of the team, have a great night.
You're watching CNC3.